I'm trying the most popular side hustles on the internet, and this is episode 2. Well, technically this is episode 3, but as the series goes on, I continue to get more ideas. And a great idea that I thought of that got a lot of inspiration from Ryan Trahan's Penny series is that why don't I continue to round up all of the money that I earned in this series so far and continue to try to make the side hustles expand and scale in the future. And if we were to do this, in week 1 when we did DoorDash, we totaled a profit of $40.53. I think we netted around $50.25 before we went to Supercharge. And then last week when we went to Mo Yards, we made $80, but I subtracted $39 for rental fees. I kind of want to keep the net profits as someone who didn't have equipment already to be more realistic if they had to go out and get that equipment. But for today's video, I have a little bit of a treat. So in today's Side Hustle Saturday video, I'm going to be loading up the car with a pressure washer and going out and asking people to wash their car. I think what I'm going to try to charge for today is $15 a car. In last video, I charged $20 per yard, and that seemed to be pretty reasonable. But I think for car washes, I'm going to try to say 15, and I'm going to do the same thing to say if you can't do 15 to anything that you can give me. So I did learn my lesson for the last 2 weeks, and I am out here on a Sunday today, so I have a little bit more daylight to work with, but I can't get started working right away because I have to run to Walmart to get some materials to get this side hustle started. Alright guys, so we just went into Walmart and got all the rest of the materials we needed. I spent a total of $45.42, so almost everything that we made in last week's video. It's gonna take a little bit of work to get back in the profit for today. So if I don't count the pressure washer rental, which I don't really need to rent, but I may count it anyway, it's gonna take us 3 cars at $15 in order to break even. I don't think that that's gonna be too hard. I'm guessing that it's gonna take me around 30 minutes a car. So if I do 4 cars in 2 hours, then I'll be in the profit with everything above that. The time right now is 3:16 p.m. so I do have about 4 to 5 hours to be out here. So honestly, I'm just gonna see how it goes. I don't have a plan as far as what neighborhood I want to be going into yet. Last time I went a little bit more in my comfort zone in a neighborhood that I was a little bit more familiar with, even though I didn't really talk to anybody in the neighborhood. But this time I think I'm gonna go completely outside of my comfort zone. I'm gonna go to a random neighborhood on the way home and just stop and start knocking on doors. I don't know how this is gonna go, but let's see what happens. All right, I'm in an area that should have a little bit more disposable income, as in a little bit more money to spend. Whenever you see people outside walking on the sidewalk, it's a pretty good sign. This also could mean that I'm going to get more rejections. I have no idea what to expect over here. I've never been over here in my life. Look at all those shiny cars already. They're already pretty clean, but I'm just going to knock on doors and just see what happens. So at this point during the challenge, I think I was suffering from a symptom called delusional confidence. And I thought that just because I got some customers from lawn mowing that this was going to be a breeze. And oh boy, was I wrong. This was probably one of the most awkward days I've ever had in my life. From ringing the doorbell and just waiting for about 5 minutes, this family in particular eventually came around the side of the house to see what was at the door. As you'll be able to see in these next 2 interactions, I am just not a very confident door-to-door salesman. I probably should have practiced my pitch a little bit more beforehand, but as you're going to see by these next 2 interactions in this video, it obviously didn't turn out well. I rang the doorbell and I was just letting you know I was going around door to door, just asking people if they want their car washed. I'm asking like $15, but I can do it for anything if you want. Okay, that's fine, thank you. Hey, my name is Anfernee, and I'm trying different side hustles. I just want to ask you if you wanted a car wash.
Say car wash?
Yeah. No, thank you. All right, guys. People are really not that into car washes today, but that's okay. 2 rejections, not gonna stop me. Gonna keep going until we find some people to say yes. All right, so in that first neighborhood, I didn't have any luck. I think I may have knocked on about 10 or 15 doors, and no one is really interested in car washes. I don't know. So my backup plan, if I don't get any customers in this next neighborhood, is to DoorDash for the rest of the day so that I can end the day with a little bit of profit. It's not too busy in my area right now, so I still have about an hour or 2 hours before DoorDash will really start to take off today. So I'm gonna make my way to a new neighborhood, maybe not as nice, maybe a lower income neighborhood would be more likely to give some money to a hustling guy out trying to wash cars. And if this doesn't work in this next neighborhood, we're just gonna resort to DoorDash to try to make a little bit of money to end the day. That's not the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. So the new plan is to start down here and just walk all the way up there until we get at least one person to say yes. Right now it's 4:16. If we don't get one person to say yes on this street, we're gonna go DoorDash. I think I'm actually going to start saying that I'm charging $10 for foam cannon car washes, because $15 and $20 didn't seem to work. I'm just gonna see how much luck I get for $10. I don't know, I'm trying to get some content. Hey guys, so I just got my first customer. I switched up the pricing plan, asked for $10, and I'm running because I parked way down here. All right, so man, I don't know how door-to-door salesmen do it. This stuff is discouraging. Just to knock on doors and get rejected again and again. But this time I took it almost as a joke and kind of just having fun with the lady and said, hey, you know, I'm just doing this for a YouTube video, just trying to have some fun. If you want to let me do it, then I'll do a good job. If not, it's all good. She said yes, got my first yes. So let's go ahead and get this car cleaned up. So something funny about the first person that actually said yes legitimately, she didn't even want to let me do the car wash because I said I was doing it for a YouTube video, and she actually just wanted to give me a tip. But because I didn't get anyone to legitimately give me a yes to wash the car today, I just sort of said, hey, please let me wash the car. I'll do a good job. And then she finally agreed to let me do the car wash. So as far as car washing as a side hustle, I don't really know how effective it can be, but I tried to do a good job of getting this one car cleaned up. I think I'm making the biggest difference on this car on the tire. So you may not be able to tell on the video, but tires are pretty nasty. I couldn't really get a lot of the dirt off with the pressure washer, unfortunately, but I think that if I can make these tires look brand new, it'll make the whole job look a lot better. So I'm trying to take my time and make sure I do a great job on the tires, because I just wasn't able to scrub off a lot of that road dirt and damage and things like that. That's what I'm doing now. Okay guys, so the time right now is about 5:10. So I think that took me about 30, maybe 45 minutes. But the point is that this really isn't the most efficient side hustle as far as time goes. Starting out at $15 definitely wasn't the move. Even when I went up to $20, I got even more aggressive no's. $10 actually got me my first customer, but it was a lot of work for not a lot of money, I'll tell you that. That's gonna be my last car for the day. I'm gonna finish the day doing DoorDash to see if we can recoup some of the money that we spent on all this car wash material. So after all that work, we ultimately made $10. If you count the time from which we started at Walmart, we're at about $3 an hour, which is crazy low. It was fun to go out here and try this side hustle. I definitely think that this less nice neighborhood helped me out. I got 2 partial yes before I actually got 1 to say yes, but let's get on to DoorDash. And also somehow I broke my handheld tripod. I don't know, I'll have to get home and get my replacement here soon. All right, so we just got an $8 Dunkin' Donuts order. Man, DoorDash is so much easier than these other manual side hustles. You get to sit in the comfort of your car with the AC on, and really you don't even have to worry about rejection. You just have to sit and wait. I mean, I know this isn't the highest paid side hustle, but goodness, other than lawn mowing, not too bad. Let's go get this Dunkin' order. I just went into Dunkin' to pick up the order, but they said that they're completely out of donuts, and that's exactly what that person ordered, was a dozen donuts. So instead of just canceling the order, I did call DoorDash support, because sometimes they give you the money for the order even though you didn't deliver if it wasn't your fault that it was canceled. And they ended up saying that I would get half of the guaranteed amount for that order. So that's an extra $4 for doing nothing. I'm not gonna complain about that, and I'm just gonna sit and wait for the next order. So after waiting for a good 30 minutes now, it's 6:06. DoorDash is not really all that busy right now. I finally got an $8 Chipotle order for Benjamin. So I went and picked up that order, and I'm gonna try to do 2 or 3 more deliveries today, just so I can get to around $25 for DoorDash. That'll be $35 for the day. And after that, we may just have to call it a day. So I actually forgot to record that drop off because the guy came out to the car and I just handed him his food without thinking about it. And as I was driving away, recording the part where I was telling you guys that I forgot to record that part, I got a $10.75 order from Nothing But Noodles. And because I was recording during that, I forgot to screenshot it before I accepted it because it was a pretty high order. But I also got an additional $2.25 add-on order for only 1 extra mile. So I think that total order is going to be about $13. And once I get done with those, that'll put us right around $25 for DoorDash. So I just completed that Nothing But Noodles delivery. I tried to wait for the Chipotle order as long as possible, but it ended up taking a lot longer. So I just ended up unassigning myself from that order. But I'm done with dashing for the night. I'm exhausted, and I earned a total of $25 from DoorDashing, as well as $10 from the 1 car that I washed. So overall, it was a slow day. If you found any kind of value of enjoying me in this video, then hit that subscribe button, as I will be making a new Side Hustle Saturday video every single Saturday. And if you decide to join for the new videos, I will see you in the next one, guys.